So I'll admit to you guys that I heard about this movie when it first came out, but honestly, I had a full plate already with the movies and shows I was prioritizing here on the channel. But now that the film is out on Netflix, I figured what the hell. I thought the movie felt generic right from the start. We don't know what city we're supposed to be in, and we don't know what year it's supposed to be. And I won't lie, I hate it when filmmakers do this, because I think that setting is just as much a part of the story as plot and characters, but I guess the filmmakers here didn't think so. Now, the story felt really contained, almost claustrophobic at times, and I thought the story progressed in rather predictable fashion after the writers completely whiffed on the setup in favor of a catalyst that comes almost 10 minutes too soon, only to go back for said setup after the fact. The characters, the main ones at least, were flimsy at best, with not much depth to them, and I understand that Alice was meant to be an empty shell that begins to fill up as the story moves along, but Maggie, the wife, was essentially a long, winding plot device with 2 scoops of ice cream and a cherry on top, which makes me feel like the writers could have simply done away with her by the end of Act 1, in my opinion. I thought the casting here was a bit subpar. I thought the acting was barely serviceable. Now, I thought Madeline Zeman was okay, but I found Michelle Moron's performance to be lacking. Now, people are saying that Megan Fox was amazing in this role. I thought she was just okay. I mean, I guess she's had some work done here and there on her face over the years, which made her look a little plastic. And her body is still booming at almost 40. Because she looked amazing in that lingerie in the bathroom scene. I won't take that away from her. And speaking of the bathroom scene, I really thought sex was overused in this story, with it only really being necessary, if you ask me, the one time, that being between Alice and Nick and / Maggie in the bathroom. And it felt like the writers were just dead set on making sure we got to see 2 actresses known for steamy roles strip down and bang one out. Now, after the midpoint, the rest of the film plays out exactly like you thought it would, beat for beat, with the only real questions being, will Maggie or Nick die? And if they both live, will they reconcile after his infidelity with the robot, while Maggie was laid up waiting in the hospital for a heart transplant? And the climax involves the couple having to kill Alice more than once in order to save their kids. And the movie's ending is totally cliche, with that task still left undone. Guys, look. This movie was a mess, especially the first act, from a beat mapping perspective especially. And narratively, it didn't make much more sense. Combine that with the subpar acting and the poor casting, and you get what feels like it should have been a straight-to-DVD type of mid-budget indie film, with the best thing about it being Megan Fox in lingerie.